and today I'm going to introduce a touching episode of Friends, and it's episode 34. And I have separated into two parts. First is Joy's science project, and the second is Rachel's birthday. When Joy's are going to buy some waffles at a coffee shop, he had no money, so he borrowed some from Chandler. But when Chandler asked him, how does he have the money to pay him back? He said he's joining a science project at New York University Medical School, and everyone was curious that what project did he join? What do you guys think? Justin, what kind of science project did Joy join?
Kind of.
Okay, I'll tell you guys. It's fertility study. And Joy was proud of this because it could have 700 in only 2 weeks. But however, when he was going to have a night with Melanie, his girlfriend, after the party, the personal experiment was not allowed. So on the bed, he used his tongue to make Melanie black out for a minute. And when Melanie told him that it was his turn to have joy, he refused because the personal experiment is not allowed. So Joy decided to give her another minute to black out. And Melanie was shocked that Joy was a giver. And the next morning, when Joy was talking to Chandler, he said he has experienced a higher level of appreciate, a higher level of joy, like a ticker tape parade. And I will introduce the ticker tape parade for you guys. The ticker tape parade is like this. It was throwing the paper ribbons, things like that, into the sky to have celebratory effect during the parade. And it was first held in October 28th in 1886 during the dedication of the Statue of Liberty. And there is a the route that the parade take, called Canyon of Heroes. There are more than 200 black grantees that name the past honorees that have experienced the ticker tape parade. But nowadays, they are usually for champion sports team and return of astronauts and military troops. And next part is on Rachel's birthday. When Rachel is having a barbecue party at Monica's home, Ross had to go to China because of the fossil. And when he went to say goodbye with Joy, Joy said the country, and Ross is like, no, the big pile of dishes in my mouth break from. And before he left, he gave the gift to Chandler. And while they were opening the gift, when Rachel got a travel scramble from Chandler, he was like, oh, thank you, and gave it back to Chandler. And when he received a storybook from Joy. It's a very ridiculous book. It's storybook for little children from Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss is a very famous child book author, and this is one of his books. And when they were opening the gift, Rachel found the gift that Ross gave him, and he found that it was the ridiculous expensive pig. And Chandler said, remember when he was in love with Carol in a college time, he bought a ridiculously expensive crystal duck. And Rachel said, what? In love? And Chandler just realized that he accidentally let Rachel know that Ross loved Rachel, and that Joy is like this. It was like, and Rachel is like, oh my god. And Rachel believed that it was an unbelievable thing, and Phoebe said it was a really, really huge thing. But Chandler has a different opinion. I think it's small, tiny, it's petite, it's wee. It all means very small. And when Rachel is going to Ross to have a talk with him, Chandler tried hard to stop her. He said Ross is in China. Then Monica says there are 45 minutes before flights. Then Chandler said there are time difference from Monica's home to airport. And when Rachel is going out, Chandler did a very strange thing, tried to stop Rachel. He said, Rachel, I love you. You with me first. And when they're at Monica's home, Monica was arguing with Rachel that is my brother not cute enough, not enough money, or you have someone else. But when Rachel says no, say no, Monica just get upset and angry at her. Why are you dumping my brother? But on the day Ross is coming back, Rachel is dealing with another man. So what do you think will happen, Hank?
Ross is crying.
Nice. And you will see that in the episode 24. Okay. Thank you. It's all about my part.